Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I have adjusted the volume. Is that any better? Perfect. Well, let's get started, shall we? Unfortunately, I can't get the tug to work, so I'm having to reverse manually. Just realised I'm heading towards the wrong runway, so I'm going to have to do a U-turn. Yes, the aircon is pretty loud. I think there is a setting to turn it down, but I always forget to do that. So how are you all? Some birds flying past. Yeah, how many times have I been asked that question the last few days? the answer that I've been given, and it's just my honest answer, I think they both have their pros and cons. SkyMax Pro, the clouds look a lot better. Heavy on FPS. Excuse me. Xenviro renders the weather much better than SkyMax Pro in my opinion. I actually use both, so I don't think one is quite better than the other just yet. Although Xenviro, if you haven't checked out their website, xenviro.net, I think it is, they've got a sort of like a plan for the various updates that are upcoming, which is pretty cool. So it's almost like a roadmap, so you know exactly what they're doing, what they're up to, and the specific features that they're going to be doing or releasing soon. And they're doing it pretty quick, so they've ironed out quite a lot of the issues, which is pretty cool. So I think it won't take long for them to overtake SkyMax Pro and be the sort of the go-to weather engine. So for those who have maybe not noticed yet, finally hitting 500 subscribers, which is great, which means finally announce logistics of the prize draw. I'll be launching a video this evening, so look out for that video this evening. So as soon as I've ended the stream, I'll upload that video. So do look out for it. Yeah, unfortunately there's no ATC. The ATC in X-Men is pretty basic. In X-Men 10 I was flying on IGEO, or IVAL, however you want to say it. But since I've been messing about with X-Men 11, just getting to know it, I haven't really done any flying offline. But once X-Men 11 is released fully, I'll be able to do that. Is it too loud again, or is the sound okay, guys? Okay, I've adjusted the mic again, so hopefully it'll be a little bit clearer this time. Is that clearer, guys? Please let me know. Yep, seems to be better. Yeah, the IGEX 737 is fantastic. There's a couple of issues with it in X-Plane 11, but I don't expect it to be perfect. It's not optimized for XP11 just yet. I'm also, as you can probably tell by now, I'm loving the ortho for XP, the Bing maps that I've installed into X-Plane 11. Just adds a lot more realism to it. It's just fantastic. Good question. I haven't tried the JAR Airbus on X-Plane 11. I don't know why, but I will try it soon. I think I was just so focused on getting photo scenery installed and whatever. Plus, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that there were some issues with the JAR Airbus on X-Plane 11, so maybe that's the reason. Okay, let's climb to 21,000. This is always a little bit fiddly for some reason. Still seem to be having some issues with the sound, but as long as you guys can hear me, just keep me posted. I still have the issue where if I mute the microphone so I can have a little cough, it mutes the sim. Very bizarre. Maybe one of you guys are experts at using OBS, you can guide me, give me some advice. So you can see the X-Enviro rendering mist on hills at the back. It looks really good, I think. They sorted out quite a few issues in this latest update, which is 1.05. They're really upping their game. The only issue I had with X-Enviro to begin with is the fact they were charging $70 for an incomplete product. I think that was a bit cheeky, but I think they wanted to launch it before SkyMax Pro. I think it was just a tactical thing, really. I think it backfired a little bit because a lot of people just waited, and for those who did buy it straight away, like myself, started doing some videos about it and the issues it had. So I don't think they had, great positive media about it. But to be fair to them, they've created a roadmap and they're working on these issues, and pretty quickly, which is good. But I think it looks good, and in terms of FPS, for me, X-Enviro definitely is a lot more FPS friendly than SkyMax Pro. Yeah, so there is rumour that PMDG will start developing for X-Plane. I think I mentioned it in a previous stream. I think it makes sense for some of those well-known developers who, they're well established now. They should really move into the X-Plane market, because I think FSX and P3D has a shell life. That's my opinion. It's quite an old sim now. X-Plane is scalable, a lot more scalable, and the fact that it's 64-bit just makes it easier to take advantage of some of the newer technology and that sort of thing. I'm not that technical to know exactly the ins and outs of it, but it's just, I'm just going by stuff that I read online. I think it would be good to have 3D clouds, but I think that will come at a cost. I mean FPS, because for for those who have already tried it, if you notice the standard excuse me, the standard clouds in X-Plane are very 3D, so it uses sort of 3D particles, but it's very painful on FPS. So, I mean, considering most of the time we're flying at this height, I don't think it's too important if it's 3D or not. I think it still looks pretty good. Again, it's just my opinion really. That's right, Jedman. Their development team is quite small, although Austin recently did a interview on a specific, I can't remember the name of the radio channel. It's probably online, somewhere you can find it. So they said their profits, are up, or the highest that they've ever been. I'm not surprised really with X-Plane 11. So hopefully they would reinvest those profits to grow the business, get more developers in, and hopefully Austin can work a little bit more full time to really drive this forward properly. It's bizarre. Got a scenery warning. Hopefully it shouldn't affect anything. Yeah, let's switch on the FPS counter, why not? So, probably mentioned it before, when I'm streaming or recording, I lose at least 10 FPS, I don't know why. I guess it's using up more processing power to do that. So I'm normally averaging around the 40s, mid-40s, 50s. But it's okay. I mean, even at 30, it's still pretty smooth. That's what I like about X-Plane. You can drop to 28, 27, and it will still feel pretty smooth. It's quite clever. Yeah, I think this latest update of XMVR is fantastic. I'm definitely noticing a massive difference. It looks pretty damn good. Yeah, this is definitely having a big hit on my FPS. It's hovering around the 30. It's definitely not normal. I've had that before on a stream where it sort of dropped. I think some of you on that stream, it was dropping, and then I restarted the sim during the stream, and then it jumped up 15 FPS. So something's going on, but it's okay. I think it's not under the world at the minute. It seems to be okay. So I'm pretty shocked, guys. I've hit the 500 subscriber count. Wasn't expecting it to happen that quick. I only really started doing sort of these videos on the 27th of November properly, sort of almost daily. Made the decision that I'm gonna you know, take it a bit more seriously and start uploading regular videos. And in that short time, gained 470 or 480 subscribers, which is mind-blowing really in such a short time. That could be the norm, I don't know really, but I'm pretty chuffed with it. And it's thanks to all of you guys really for supporting me. And I get a lot of very positive feedback on the videos, which is pretty cool. In fact, one of the videos that I uploaded beginning of last week, I think, it's already hit 34,000 views and over 300 likes, which is really mind-blowing, so that's pretty cool. It gives me the motivation to continue doing this for you guys. Awesome, Tyson. 499, wow. No, Judman. I've not heard of a capture card. I will Google it though. I'm not sure what that is, but okay, interesting. Thank you very much. Very kind. I know a lot of you are not from the UK. I hope you don't mind that most of my videos are based in the UK. It's only because I know the area very well now, and the airports and that sort of thing. Hi Irish Frank, I assume that's Russian. I'm afraid I don't speak Russian or understand it. By the way, just for the record, I'm pretty new to flying airliners, so I've learned what I can from other videos. pretty good YouTubers out there that do these type of things, so I'm sure a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, you're probably thinking, why the hell is he doing that? And the honest answer is because I don't know. But it's a sim, so I can't really break it, right? That's interesting, Judman. I'm gonna have to look at that. I wonder if that has a positive impact on FPS. So it's not sort of well, I guess it would be if it's running off another thing. That's a nice thing to say, Oscar. Very kind of you. Thank you. That wasn't me being tearful, by the way. Just a croaky throat. Hello, Irish. That just looks so realistic. Every time I fly in Explain 11 photo scenery, I just in shock how good it is. It's clearly sort of a layer of haze below there. We're just about to fly over my house, funny enough, and it's pretty hazy out there, to be fair, so it's pretty accurate, I would say. I really hope that in not too distant future they will support SLE, because I think if I got another GTX 1080 things will look even better. I don't actually have the settings on max. It's running, well, the autogen anyway, the objects is running at medium. On max it looks pretty damn good. I mean, it really populates the whole world, but obviously I get a pretty big hit on FPS. I'm sure a lot of it's not just necessarily the GPU, but the CPU. But yeah, I'm sure it'll help. Hello, Steve. So I'm using. I don't really know who actually come up with the tool, but it's a tool called Ortho for XP, and essentially allows you to download either Google or Bing maps or tiles, so you can actually dump it into the sim. So that's what I'm using for the scenery. Nothing else really. The rest of it is stock. Some of the airports I have obviously are payware, but I normally tell you if they were or not. So the one we took off from Exeter, that's freeware, so it's actually default as part of X-Plane. And we're heading to Birmingham, and that's freeware scenery that I downloaded before this flight. You can find it on xplane.org. Okay, well, as you can see, I mean this is X-Plane, and the photo scenery looks great. And the good thing about it is, obviously, you can download whichever photo scenery you want. You can literally pick and choose which parts of the UK or the world even to download. I do warn you, it does take up quite a lot of storage. So I think I've downloaded the whole south of the UK. And a little bit of the Midlands up to Birmingham, I think, and it's about 150 GB. So it's zoom level 17. You can go up to 19, which I'm sure will look even better, but I'm pretty happy with the results of this, so I didn't think I needed more than that. It's pretty good. And for the autogen, so obviously normally with photo scenery it's flat, but you can see that there are 3D objects like trees and buildings. So I'm using something called GB Pro 2. That dumps all the autogen on top of the photo scenery exactly where it should be. Very clever stuff. It uses something called OpenStreetMap, I think, or something like that. So it knows exactly where everything's supposed to be. Which is pretty cool. And the best thing about it, it's all free. Just need to find out how to set it up. There's quite a few good videos online on how to do that. And then you can set it up. So I'm getting, as you can see, I'm getting some issues with the FPS. I'm not sure what's going on. As I said, that's happened before during the live stream. I'm wondering whether it's anything to do with the streaming software. May well be. Hello, Darian. Hi Tyson, thank you. I'm not sure what the R9 280X is. Is that an ATI card? Wow, 16 gigabytes per tile. Glad I didn't do that then. So LM over. After the stream, I'll be releasing a video which explains exactly how the prize draw will work. But essentially, all you need to do is comment on this new video that I'm releasing after this. It's only a short video. Just comment and like the video and make sure you're a subscriber. And then I will pick a winner at random using some clever software. And I will record the process as well, just so you'll know that I'm doing it fairly. I'm not, misleading anyone. Have a good holiday, gentlemen. See you soon. Thank you, very kind. I enjoy doing them. I'm loving the sounds on this 737. It sounds great. So it's a little bit misty, it's quite clear out there. We've had a pretty foggy few days, so I'm surprised it's as clear as it is now. It's like a decommissioned airport there, just underneath. So this is the first time I've flown into this freeway airport of Birmingham. So I'm hoping it's quite good. Can't complain, it's free, I suppose. Hello Parser, welcome back. Excuse me. Still trying to recover from my cold. So my frame rates are starting to drop a little bit, and that's because I'm getting close to Birmingham City. You see the autogen is pretty crazy around here. The airport looks pretty good actually for freeware. Very impressed. That's interesting. I think that's the first time I've noticed that Pappy's almost halfway down the runway. Not sure whether that's deliberate or it's actually real. This is the lowest frames I've had in this sim. Normally averaging around the 45 mark. But, I'm pretty sure it's because of the stream. Because when I record some of my videos, the same thing happens, which is frustrating. So, Parsa, the giveaway starts this evening. So, as soon as I launch the video after this one, all you need to do is just comment, subscribe, and like to the like that particular video, and then in a few days, I'm going to time it so it's just before Christmas Day. I will announce the winner. No, Ultimate wasn't set. You're quite right. For those of you new to this channel, probably noticed by now I'm not a pro like some of the other YouTubers. I'm still learning quite a lot of stuff, and I'm learning a lot from you guys, which is great. I started this channel really to demonstrate X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 10. I noticed that a lot of people were still on FSX and P3D, so, and I switched about 6 months ago. I tried X-Plane many years ago and I thought, wow, this is a joke. But for whatever reason I decided to try it. I think it's because I upgraded my PC and I thought I'd try it excuse me, about 6 months ago, and I was impressed and I gave it a chance, and subsequently I deleted FSX and P3D. I'm not turned back. You can comment whatever you like. I did say in the video, just comment something relevant. It's not important really. Just say I hope I win or whatever. The software that I'm going to be using will automatically, or randomly should I say, select a winner for me. This is a pretty cool airport for freeware, I must say. I've flown out of this airport a couple of times in real life. It's pretty handy for me because it's only about a 30-minute drive from where I live. Maybe a little bit more, 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure I've set the scenery up incorrectly, because I've seen videos where that marshal is sort of waving his hands, but I've never got it working on my system. there you have it. Welcome to Birmingham, UK. So Paul, sorry, I'm not sure what you were referring to. What did you do last January? I think we should take a look at the replay. It's pretty cool scenery, isn't it? Steve, quite honestly, no, because I didn't do a lot around ATC. I'm not an advanced flyer like most of you are, to be fair. I run a company for my day-to-day job, so I only get a chance to do this every now and again. I'm fairly new to it, really. With P3D and FSX, it was just messing about, really, nothing serious. But I think as I'm doing these videos, I'm learning a lot more, especially from you guys. So no doubt soon I'll be doing something a little bit more serious, if you guys want that, of course. Sounds are brilliant on this. Thank you, Watcher90. Very kind. Thank you, Tutu. I'm still very new to this idea of streaming and talking on video. I'm sure it sounds very stupid, but I'm going based on the feedback I'm getting. I think some of you like it, so I'm still doing it. Definitely having some FPS issues. I may have to restart it and see, because last time when I was streaming, I had the same thing, a lot of stutters, and then restarted and it seemed fine. Bizarre. Xenviro is brilliant, as you can see. I think, you know, as I said at the beginning of the video, they both have their pros and cons, but Xenviro updating their add-on almost weekly, so I think it won't take them very long to take the lead. Thank you, Airplane 802. Very kind. Wow, that's that's a very nice thing to say. Thank you. What about my landing? Yeah, it's not too bad at all, is it? I must say, this is pretty damn good scenery for freeware. I only downloaded it about 20 minutes before the stream. It's a bit risky and I didn't even try it. I should have really tried it before going live. change it up to a Cessna or something. That's very kind, Parsa, thank you. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I think it wasn't too bad at all. I've done worse on live stream. Even on my videos I get a lot of comments, a lot of people judge my flying skills. Which is only fair, I guess. I think I'm going to have to get a noise cancelling headset, because a lot of the background noise gets picked up, and I need to see whether OBS is the best software to use, or if there is something better out there. So we're starting again where I took off from originally when I started the stream. Could do a few minutes around here, show you the scenery. Yeah, exactly. So just make sure you're subscribed, and then on the next video, not this one, because obviously this will be released after it goes live, but on the next video, I think it's titled Prize Draw Announcement. So just make sure you like that video and comment something relevant to do with the prize, so hope I win or whatever, because then I'll be using this random software that randomly selects a winner, and then I'll do a separate video showing you how who's been selected as a winner. I did mention in the video that once I announce the winner, if you can let me know within a few days by email, provide me your contact details or whatever, so I can give you the license. If I don't hear back within a few days, obviously I want to redo the prize draw. I want to give the license to someone, because I promised to do that. So I think it's only fair. Yes, Paul, that's absolutely fair enough. Only comment if it's good. It's only a short video, to be fair. Guys, can you still hear me? I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, sorry about that. No idea what happened there. I just saw, I think it was Oscar commented, or someone, watcher, stream is off. It made me look at my OBS, and for some reason it stopped, which was very bizarre. So what I'm going to do, I've got about 15 more minutes or so before I have to end the stream so I can launch the other video. I'm just going to disable XMVAR and enable SkyMax Pro, so you can have a look at the difference. probably going to have to add some weather in here. So add some visibility as well, I think. So, as you can see, the clouds in SkyMax Pro definitely look more 3D excuse me, than Xenviro. But I do have an issue with it. If you notice in the distance, sort of like an orange haze, I don't like that. I'm not sure why it does that. It doesn't look very realistic. The clouds look really good though, especially with the new lighting engine in X-Plane 11. It just complements it. So this is what I'm saying earlier about pros and cons of both. It's difficult really. If Xenviro had these type of clouds, it would be pretty good, but you know, I'm sure it'll affect the FPS. Definitely see less FPS, or worse FPS in SkyMax Pro than I do on Xenviro. But it is using HD clouds, as you can see. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Jedman. Just watch what you're driving. I don't want to be responsible for a crash or something. Yeah, that haze does ruin it for me. I'm not sure what it's about, but it's pretty ugly. I'll switch back to Xenviro and again you can compare it once more. Ah, so this is, I haven't seen this in a while, so this is X-Plane's default weather. As you can see, the clouds are great, but not so great on FPS. And they're a little bit grey as well. We almost need someone who can create best of all of them combined. See, the rendering of this definitely looks the most realistic out of the other two. Just gonna check something, guys. I think I'm having trouble with ABS again. Don't know what the hell is going on with ABS, guys. Sorry about that. Very bizarre. So, notice in the background that brownish haze is no longer there. So I think Xenviro is definitely rendering things a lot better than the other, than SkyMax Pro. Change time of day. The only issue I have with Xenviro is the yellow clouds at night. I get it if it was in urban areas like cities and whatever, you get that sort of tint, but it seems that tint seems to be everywhere regardless of where you're flying, even if you're in the middle of the desert. Paul, you know what? I don't think I have. Honestly, I will have to check it out after the stream. Hi, Pilot Steve. Glad I influenced your decision. It is pretty good, to be fair. It is really good. They've done an amazing job with it. They've even fixed the issue which seems to be in X-Plane 11, sort of like a banding effect around the sun, the moon and whatever. I think the moon still does it even with X-Enviro, but X-Enviro's fixed a lot of the issues we were getting. It's only going to get better, to be fair. And I just love how the clouds are rendered in distance. I think that's really good, really good. And I don't think even let's jump to the settings. I don't think I've even got it on max. Yeah, maximum visible range. Still double that. Let's try it. There we go. How about that? That's just impressive. I took a slight hit on the FPS, but nothing major. I'm still sort of around the 35 mark, which is perfectly smooth. Definitely, Sebastian. It does look more real-like. Wow, Gemini, that's a tricky question. I don't think I have a favorite. I like flying all of them, really. The thing that impresses me with the photo scenery, it still looks okay at night. They obviously only shot the images in daylight, but the rendering, the light rendering in X-Plane's dealing with it in its own way, and it looks pretty good. It's sort of like a reddish tint. Yeah, I think you're right. Rojo? Sorry if I haven't pronounced it right. Rojo. I've done actually, I don't know if you guys browse Reddit. So I've done a number of screenshots and posted it on Reddit, and quite a few people thought it is almost lifelike. I'm also on the various X-Plane Facebook groups, if you guys aren't. They're pretty good, actually. A really nice community. If you're new to X-Plane, I suggest going having a look at those. There's a lot of people there willing to help and give advice, and people posting you know, screenshots and videos. It's brilliant. I learned a lot from those groups. Let's try pitch black. So notice the clouds have a yellow, sort of yellowish tint. That's the issue I have with X-Enviro. Even out there over the English Channel, where it's just ocean, still yellow. Although there's a bit there which is still whitish. But yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't take them very long to sort that out. Yeah, so you can follow me or check out the posts that I've done on Reddit. I can link them in the description after this stream. You can have a look at some of the images. I'm a regular poster on Reddit, not just with flight sim stuff, other stuff. So a few of the things that I've posted online has gone to the front page of Reddit. I think I've learned how to get on the front page with some clever titles. Yeah, Pastor, that's a big issue. um, I actually, when I moved to X-Plane, I started playing with it for the first time, and I realized that you can just change the time like that. It was killing me to go back to FSX, or pre-3D should I say. It's just, it's very annoying. And I also found most of the time in P3D I was just tweaking settings to try and get it as smooth as possible. Very frustrating. I'm really sorry to annoy you with this cough, but very difficult to avoid it. Getting a little bit bumpy now. See the reflections on the front of the plane and the lighting is just great. And the thing is, I've actually got reflections off in the settings. I understand it's still very buggy, but without it even on minimal settings, you can see it still looks really good. I think it's pretty impressive that the the gauges work exactly as if you're inside the aircraft. So then it's not just an image like it is, or I notice on P3D. See, when I descend, you can see the altimeter going down. It's pretty cool. Again, it's all about the small details, really. And the traffic engine in X-Plane is something that really impresses me. The road traffic, that is. It just adds a lot more life to it. This is what I always say to people. They say, "What do you like about X-Plane?" I feel like it's just more alive. When I was switching back between FSX and X-Plane and P3D, just the others just felt lifeless. Just felt alone in the world. Steve, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think I think my opinion is that Lockheed Martin bought Microsoft. I think it's called ESP or whatever. I don't know what it stands for exactly, but I remember seeing that for training purposes. I'm sure they use it for training pilots and whatever, because it does have things like water-based you know, like submarines and weapons and stuff like that. I've not really tried it. I think they use it a lot for training, um, and they obviously decided to offer licenses, or you can purchase licenses. That's the other issue with P3D. You have to keep buying licenses every time they upgrade it, and it can get expensive. But yeah, I think I mean, it depends. I mean, Lockheed Martin make a lot of their money obviously from building aircrafts and submarines and you know, real stuff. So I'm pretty sure the profits they make from P3D are minimal. I'm assuming, obviously, but if that's not the case, and a lot of people are, you know, spending money with them, I think they'll have to compete, whether they like it or not. I did see an announcement recently from them saying there's big news coming, so I'm wondering whether that's anything to do with 64-bit. That'd be interesting to see. Yeah, DTG, Dovetail, I think Dovetail Games or Group or whatever. I'm not convinced, to be honest. I think they're quite clever about how they're pitching the new sim, but I think they really are focusing on the sort of the in-app purchases or upgrades, a bit like that Microsoft Flight, if you guys remember, which was a flop. I think they thought that people were going to jump on it and love the idea of, you know, building experience and buying add-ons, and that didn't last very long at all. I think simulator enthusiasts want the freedom to be able to do what they want without being tied down to paying. I mean, I think competition's always good, because you know, it'll be good to have. It'll be a nice problem to have, you know, if there were sort of free products out there that you had to choose between, or you know, you could probably have, you know, you could run all free if they were good enough. I would certainly do that. I never hesitate in buying new things and trying them out. But for me, so far, I think Explain is going to be very hard to beat. I mean, some of you are probably more knowledgeable on the subject, but I would assume that, you know, the actual source code of FSX will be very difficult to change. They can only sort of tweak things, manipulate things rather than change it. I guess they would have to start from scratch otherwise. I think that's probably one of the limitations of that specific simulator, really. That's the word I was looking for, thank you. DLC. Oh yes, Parser, I know the video you mean. Yeah, that was quite good, to be fair. I didn't really, I think it was just the freeware airport of Phoenix and nothing else. And I don't think I had XEnviro or SkyMax Pro at the time, so it was just default X-Plane 11 weather rendering, and it was pretty good. I mean, the lighting is just impressive in this. especially at night. I do have to say X-Plane 11 daytime is definitely better than X-Plane 10. I do think that there's some work to be done to make it even better, because my favourite time to fly is when it's sort of this sort of time. I should make it a bit lighter. It might be hard for you guys to see now. Yeah, when I stream I try and keep it sort of no darker than this, because I get a lot of people, I mean I can see it on my screen and it looks quite dark otherwise. So that's another airport that I've flown to, so Dunk as well. It's a pretty cool little airport. So in the distance there you can see light, so that's a town called Barnstable. I believe it's twinned with Barnstable in Massachusetts in USA. It's just spelt slightly differently, so with a P instead of a V. That was the town I was born in. So all this was at the time when I lived around there, it's fairly local. So I've checked out all these airfields and airports, and so I know the area quite well. I think that's a good move, Steve. I do truly believe X-Plane is the way forward. So where are you from, Steve? Dawlish, wow, not far at all. Although I don't live around this area anymore, I live in Gloucestershire. But that's where I'm heading for the holidays, down to North Devon. Just about make out the M5 there, all lit up. Hello Ronan. So curious, where you all guys from? Just type in the message where you're from. Be interested to see where you're from. Now how about that weather, scenery, the haze? I think it just looks absolutely amazing. Hello Jan from Germany, Holland. Yes, this is X-Enviro. Wow, so it's a mix of places. Very cool. So I always struggle how to say it. Massachusetts? I can't say it really. But I love that state. I have family that live just outside of Boston, and yeah, love that place. Amazing. New Hampshire, all that area, Cape Cod. So that's the Barnes was referring to. So Steve, what did you fly into Exeter Airport? I used to fly. So I used to be in the cadets. For those of you not sure what cadets are, so sort of like a young version of the military air force. So it's sort of what you join before you go into the military. So I got to learn how to fly planes when I was 16. As soon as I turned 16. So Exeter Airport, where I took off from a second ago or a few minutes ago, is where I used to fly an aircraft called the Bulldog. We used to do a lot of aerobatics down there. That was an amazing experience. Oh, hi, Harry. Taunton, not far either. No. South of Boston, okay. Family are north of Boston. A Piper, okay. So I've flown Bulldog, Vigilant, which is a powered glider. Flown Cessna 172, a Diamond Katana, Piper Warrior, Piper Cherokee, a Robin, I think D400 or something like that. Um, what else? Mentioned the Bulldog, a Grob. Yeah, so I was quite lucky, really. Yes, I remember, Pastor, you're from Tehran. I remember we loaded up Tehran previously on a stream. That was pretty impressive. Okay. Yeah, I think I think now it's definitely worth it. I bought it as soon as it came out, literally minutes after they launched it. But it was nowhere near as good as what it is now. So I was a little bit annoyed, but and I thought they were going to leave it for a while. But to be fair to them, they've already created sort of like a roadmap, and they've made a sort of like a promise of the updates that they're going to be releasing in the next few weeks or so. It's very slippery, actually. Just does not want to stop. There we go. There's a couple of issues with X-Enviro. So this weird white lighting underneath. Excuse me. Most of the other issues seem to be sorted out, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I've had that feeling before where you know, you're used to flying in a sim and you compare it a lot to the real thing. I always tell people I learnt to fly aircrafts on FSX, and before that, I think the first one I started with was FS98. I don't think we tried Tehran Airport. It was just a random helicopter. um, area, pad, whatever you want to call it. Quite like what they've done with the sounds as well. You can hear the sounds vary depending where you are. So you could be behind the aircraft and it will sound completely different. Or you can go in front of it. Even inside. I think I've demonstrated this before, but for those who haven't seen that before. So you open the door. Different sounds again. It's pretty cool. Well, there you have it. That's all I have time for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. So just a quick reminder, I will be releasing a video as soon as this is over, which is titled something like Explain 11 Prize Draw Announcement. All you need to do is like the video and comment, and then you could be in for a chance to win Explain 11. I'm hoping to announce the winner before Christmas, or maybe on Christmas Day, so I think that would be a nice thing to do. So good luck to you all. As I say, I hope you enjoyed this stream. It's a little bit longer than what I'd planned to, but it was good fun. And if I don't speak to you beforehand, have a good Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care all.